Welcome everybody back to Boosted Motion, guys. And today we have the new Skyline Nissan Nismo, or new old Skyline Infinity Q50 Nissan Nismo. Whatever it is, guys, we have a new Q50 that's being released. So in this video, we're going to just talk about it. So let's just jump right into it. First thing, shout out to my whole Boosted Motion family. I know you guys have already hit the like button. Thank you guys for your support. And if you're new to the Boosted Motion channel, well, I'm Boost, and I'm just reporting the news here. And Nissan has released that they're coming out with a Nissan Skyline Nismo edition. So number one, I bet this is probably one of the biggest Q50 channels out there on YouTube. So this is ridiculous. This is a smack in the face, because we're going to get right into it, why it is a smack in his face. So number one, before I even go through the details and everything that's reading on it, this car came out in 2014. Later this year, it's going to be 2024. This car is going to be just as old as damn near Hellcats and Challengers and Chargers. They've been out for so long, the same architecture. And knowing that they finally decided to come out with a Nismo edition after like 10 years is ridiculously funny, because Nissan doesn't know what to do. But let me stop trashing them. Let's see what did they do with the Nissan Nismo that is just so much more different. All right, first thing, this is going to be limited to only 1,000 units, guys. So it does give us some kind of a special edition. But here's the funny thing. Also across the seas in Japan, they came out with a Skyline 400R. That was pretty much a waste of nothing. That's it. They disrespected the 400R name by coming out with the Skyline 400R for the Q50. And it's completely trash. And it's only rear-wheel drive. Whatever it is, they did a terrible job at it. Anyways, let's continue. Just wanted to put that as an asterisk. It's finally time for us to see the next Nissan's model that gets a Nismo treatment. And boy, it's exactly what we were expecting, which is nothing. Absolutely freaking nothing. Yeah. Nissan launched a 2024 Skyline Nismo sports sedan that is sadly limited to the Japanese market. Another thing, it's only for the Japanese market. How nice. While we can only admire it from a distance, the new model received a substantial upgrades to the exterior, interior, and powertrain that were developed with Nismo racing technology. Like typical Nismo versions, the Skyline gets special developed Nismo bumpers and side sills, covers, and distinctive rear accents, as well as Nismo exclusive fog lamps and Nismo logos all the way around. I'm not going to lie, I think the front bumper does actually look pretty good. You seem like you do lose your fog light, but that's about it. I don't think they have any functional, nope, they don't have no functional brake ducts here or anything like that. And for what I can see here, it's still a regular Ekabono 4 pistons in the front. At least what I can see on this photo, right? All right, let's continue. All right, look at the rear end. Look like they put like some air duct to the rear back bumper, but that could just be extended, whatever. Anyways, this was done not only to enhance the look of the Skyline, but also improves its aerodynamics. Furthermore, the body enhancements were also made to optimize airflow to both the radiator and oil cooler for better cooling performance, especially at extended high speed and tracking. So if it is Nismo modified, I'm assuming they probably went with a larger heat exchanger, and the car already comes with it's probably a red sport, so it probably already comes with a regular engine oil cooler already. So I don't think there's anything really different there. Okay, the interior looks pretty different. The steering wheel is pretty dope. They put the little red part on it, but they didn't make it flat bottom. Okay. Inside, the Skylines Nismo has an interior design for grand touring, ensuring high levels of comfort, but also at the same time keeping occupants in place during high-speed applications. The cockpit features a leather-wrapped steering wheel with a usual Nismo red center marking. I like the seats. I think the seats definitely looks good, and it's the first time them actually putting sports seats, like real sports seats or something similar to it, in a Q50. So I give them that. Thank you for putting Nismo seats in there, and I can't wait to see what you guys do when one or two people crash this or put it up for sale, and you guys put it in your Q50. I can't wait to see it. There's gonna be a lot of money in the upcoming future. The instrument cluster has also been revised with now featuring a 200-kilometer speedometer with red ring Nismo branded tachometer. Lastly, the Skyline Nismo gets Recaro seats, much like the all-new Nismo Z that's also launched recently. For those who may not know, the most powerful variant of the Skyline sedan called the 400R. Shares a 3-liter twin turbo V6 with the all new Z. That carried over to the Skyline Nismo, but even produces more torque than underneath the hood of the all new Z. So the Skyline Nismo makes 420 push PS or 500 newton meters, and sending power to the rear wheels via 7-speed automatic transmission. Did you guys hear that? Sending power to the rear wheels, aka 7-speed automatic transmission. So number one, overseas they didn't make it an all-wheel drive, and number two, it's still a 7-speed automatic. No changes. With the increase of power and torque, Nissan gave the Skyline Nismo beefier rear tires, plus an exclusive 19-inch wheels made by Enki for lower unsprung rate and better cornering performance. Also, the brake pads feature fade-resistant properties that work with rear-tuned ABS for short breaker distance. So pretty much they put a better pad on what they already had OEM. Other enhancements made by Nismo are special tuned suspension and stabilizers to maximize contact patch. So pretty much the DDS system that was already on the Red Sports, which is kind of a little bit adjustable, not based on height, but ride function firmness. They probably just optimize it a little bit better. And the 2024 will be launched in Japan early September with limited production run of 1,000 units. I do want to go to a different article here because actually this article does have a little bit more photos. So I'd rather just go here too so that you guys can actually check that one out. Cool. Let me just put myself over there so you guys don't have to look at me. Now, already, they doing what Nismo usually does. They give you absolutely nothing. That's it. They just give you aesthetics and plastics and a little bit of bump in power. It's probably all the power under the curve, not peak power, but nonetheless, that's what Nismo decides usually to do. Bear with me, guys. Let me see. There was some information that I read somewhere where it said that even though they give you 1,000 units that you can order, there's going to be 100 of those units that's going to be specifically designed a little bit different. Also, this article does give you a little bit more information. It says the car can be driven in 3 modes: standard, sport, and sport plus. The latter two, which will have tweaked transmission settings to hasten changes. So sport and sport plus is supposed to shift faster. It's a 7-speed. How much faster do you really think? Okay, let me see here. A handful of visual changes, rock spots. Okay, cool. Interior. I want to find out where it says. Okay, as for Nissan Skyline Nismo Limited. So there's a Nissan Skyline Nismo, and then there's a limited version, which is down to the 100, right? It's capped at 100 and stands out thanks to matte gunmetal painted wheels, engine plaque with the name of an engine builder, and an exclusive serial plate on the production number and unique logo. Now, I find that to be a little funny because it's not a hand-built motor. So why are they stating that 100 units are going to be stamped by somebody? What exactly is that? Like, is those 100 units going to be different than the regular Nismo Limited? We don't know. Right now, we just know it as this. They're telling us this power, but what if the Nismo Limited is actually a hand-built motor? That would be actually cool, but then why would they hand build a VR30 motor? What would be so different with those 100 units? You see what I'm trying to say? So that's why I think it's just something that they're just doing to upsell, because look at the price. Japanese pricing for the Nismo kicks off at almost 8 million yen, or almost $55,000 USD, I'm assuming, and tops out at 9.5 yen at about $66,000. That's for the Nismo Limited. So the Nismo Limited is going to be about additional $12,000 more. So what is the Nismo Limited really going to include that's that much more different? You know, I actually find that a little bit more confusing. Let's take a look at a couple of these photos here. Let's look through the photos and bear with me, guys. Bear with me. All right. I think the car aesthetically, to me, just looks like a nice Ultima Maxima. I'm honest, because the front bumper just is so, they make usually Nissan makes a lot of their cars front bumpers very similar, so just like an Ultima in the front. It's just honest truth. Some people like it, some people don't. I take it like that. The rear end looks usual like the Q50. This also looks very computerized, whatever. Car looks nice sitting there. Nothing's really standing out. I like these OEM wheels because I like the multi-spoke design very much. I always like that. Okay. Very edgy. They took a circular car and added a lot more edges to it because that's just how they usually do the Nismo. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. There's no ducting for the brakes. That's just a look there. So they gave you basically the reverse side. They gave you side marker here and a side marker down there. How lazy. Same BBK, like we already know. Not even two-piece rotor. Rotor's actually the same. Oh man, let's go back. I messed up there. Okay, let's look a little bit more. Nismo 000. So where is this exactly? Okay, so this is by the coin holder 000. Okay, I think the car, this stance right here looks really good. GT at the side skirts. They're just showing you. Okay, they give you the red version. Okay, those are the four different colors that you can get, and that's how the car looks like without being all computerized. I think it looks good. But it's only real drive and it's only available over there. It'd be nice if they could make something like that for us over here. Like, I don't see why knowing that this market is so huge for Nismo, like, why don't they make the changes? Like, what is stopping them? If it's just in the tune, then they don't really have to recrash the cars or anything. The cars could just be sent over here because they could just be sent over here. What's so different? Usually Japan and a lot of these countries overseas usually are actually more strict than USA. And the side view looks really nice. All right, couple more views, couple more photos. Nothing else here really stands out to me, to be honest with you. Like the bumper, like it extends out a lot more though. Like right there, where you would like, let's say, sit down. If you want to sit down, if you open the trunk, it does like it sticks out a little bit more than usual. I could see that here, right under the right and left taillight. So that's probably giving a lot more edginess. Yeah, man, it's giving me Mazda vibes, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm just being honest. Okay, now I can see the curvature and the hard lines a lot more now. In a way, it doesn't really go with the lines of the car, to be honest with you. It just looks like a Q50 with a GTR body kit on it. Like, that's pretty much it. But, people are going to get offended by me saying it. I'm just more mad at Nissan for just doing what Nissan usually does by not really giving people the next level, what they're really maybe looking for, something that could really set themselves apart. And the Nismo looks dope, but come on, once again, he didn't really give anything that we really wanted to look and actually see. Looks like they had the AC on because that pipe is all sweaty, so it must have been hot outside. Nothing else really standing out, nothing, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry, man. Once again, it's not available in the U.S. This is the cockpit. Let's take a quick look at the cockpit. I like the seats. I like the red around the speedometer, but it's only on one side, so that's kind of confusing. OCD's already messing me up. Just that one part being red with the steering wheel is killing me right now. Nope, can't do that. Nope. And they only put the red. Okay, they put the red stitching on the back seat too, a little bit. But there's not really else more they really add. So, yeah, there goes that. Okay, this is the regular interior. Okay, cool. And, yeah, I mean, well, if you live overseas, I see what you're going to be buying it for. But it's rear-wheel drive. It ain't all-wheel drive. And, I mean, knowing that they're only making 1,000 units, yeah, if you do get it, you'll be probably the most rare person. But here's the thing about Infiniti. What they'll end up doing is saying, yeah, we're not going to come out with that ever again, right? And then guess what they go and do? The year after that. Oh, we'll just have the Nismo going for another year again. They'll do it. And then they'll have it going for another year again. And then another year again. And you're like, yo, why am I spending? It's a 15-year-old car. I'm not, you can even hear it in from my mouth. Like, it's not. Once again, Nissan is continuing to let down their market. They can't compete. I get it. They don't have a large amount of money to throw at things anymore. They're probably dumping a lot of their money into the GTR because, they're going to need to sell you guys a $200,000 Nissan to get some money back. They're going to need to because, it is what it is. Q50's not even a huge seller over there overseas. Q50s. They do really good in the American market, but for whatever reason, they don't want to put the time and energy into it. Yeah, go with the Z. Outside of that, guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. Thank you for always banging with your boy Boost. I much appreciate you guys. You can add me at Boostinmotion on IG and Facebook. And otherwise than that, guys, I appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Thank you.